Welcome to Front Porch Lawyer, where we address the humanity of lawyering. Many attorneys are winning battles in the courtroom, but losing battles in their lives. From interpersonal relationships to stress management, Front Porch Lawyer explores topics that improve your practice, your lifestyle, and even your love life. Leave feeling a little more inspired with a smile on your face. Here's your host, Francine Tone.
Does lawyering sometimes feel like it's not what you thought it was going to be when you went to law school? Do you have those days when you just feel like work has become mundane and you're just not excited about it anymore, and maybe it doesn't have the meaning that it used to have for you? You wonder where your passion and enthusiasm for your career went, and wonder, is it ever going to come back? Hi, welcome to Front Porch Lawyer, where we explore the humanity of lawyering. I'm Francine Tone, your host. 20 years before Doc Martin made combat boots popular, I had my own personal pair. I was an ROTC cadet in college. I turned in my ordinary drab green uniform and gave up marching on Thursday afternoons for combat gear, combat boots, and a black beret, and getting up at 0500 in the morning to go running in combat gear. I learned to spit shine my combat boots. They look like a mirror, using black shoe polish, water, torn nylons, a lighter, and yes, my spit. I wasn't just a cadet anymore. I was a hard-charging ranger. Then one weekend, we, the Rangers, went on a field exercise. Wearing my beautifully spit-shine combat boots, I ran through the bush, the forest, and the creeks all day long. I never thought I could run around the forest wearing a 20-pound pack and carrying an 8-pound M14 rifle. I managed to do it, but by the end of the day, I was frozen to the bone and exhausted. All I wanted was to get warm and go to sleep. I inched closer to the open fire, and a cadet yelled out, "Hey, your boots are on fire!" My boots. All that built-up wax polish on the front of my boots made a pair of ordinary leather boots into something extremely flammable. My boot toes glowed with a low blue and orange flame. In that moment, I wondered how nice it would be to put on that ordinary drab green uniform and march in formation. I didn't want to be in the forest anymore. I didn't want my shoes on fire anymore. I think I may have been on the verge of tears, which was a very non-ranger thing to do. Little did I know, I was sowing the seeds of burnout, that is, losing enthusiasm for a choice that I had made, because these little things like my shoe being on fire was starting to drive down my passion. Now, it can be difficult to separate out tedious unpleasantness that happens day to day from the things that inspired you to begin with. Your brain has a tendency to gravitate toward the negative. If you give your brain enough negative thoughts, it will blow them out of proportion and drown out all of your enthusiasm. Your brain will quickly hide those parts of your life and your law practice that brought you joy, that made you enthusiastic, that gave you passion, because it's your brain's job to protect you from you and your ego from all of these unpleasantries that you face in the moment. Maybe it's one bad case, or one bad result, one bad relationship, just the happening that day. It could be a relationship at work, even at home. It could be anything. Some of my coaching clients who are lawyers have come to me because they were experiencing burnout. They had decided, after some soul searching, that practicing law wasn't the thing that they were meant to do. They had lost their enthusiasm for the law in their practice. They began wondering what else could they do with their lives. They came to me because after hearing about how stress plays games with your mind, they wanted guidance on where to go next. In each of those cases, though, where to go turned around, where they went actually was back to practicing law, but with renewed enthusiasm. Sometimes we just have to be reminded of why we took something on in the first place. Well, why did you become a lawyer? What made it attractive to you? And having someone from the outside take a hard look with you to find out what's causing the burnout, to help you put things back into perspective. I became a hard-charging ranger because I wanted adventure. When I wasn't running around in the forest with the 20-pound pack, I was involved in a lot of fun things. like rappelling off a water tower on campus, learning to take apart a rifle and putting it back together in record time, becoming a sharpshooter and learning fancy drills with the rifle. I'd made a lot of wonderful friends, and I was part of this elite group, and I garnered respect on campus while I was pushing my mind and my body to new limits. This isn't much different from being a lawyer. You became a lawyer for a reason. And there's a lot of challenges to becoming a lawyer, which can be a lot of fun. And you've probably experienced many days where you've had that fun. Remember what that is. When you're feeling down, think about the times when you were having a fun adventure, feeling good about yourself, feeling good about the chosen career, feeling good about what you've done and what you've been doing. Next time you feel your boots catch on fire, remember the good times and don't jump to the conclusion that quitting or a different career is necessarily the way you should go. Send me your comments and your feedback. Hit subscribe below so that you don't miss any future episodes. Thank you for joining me on my front porch. This is Front Porch Lawyer and Francine Tone, and I'll see you next time.